Cowboy Cerrone, he was talking about Conor McGregor today because they're fighting soon. And he was saying, I'd rather go and lose great than go and just win to win. So he's saying, like...
Even if I lose, if I'm fucking fighting to the bitter end, there's a respect in that, man.
Of course. That's your legacy. That's what people will always speak highly of you. If you just go there and just fucking hold the guy and win on some bullshit stuff, like, nobody gives a fuck about you. Nobody's going to remember your name. It's about the legacy you leave behind. And I believe that's why people enjoy having kids as well, to carry on their legacy, if some people look at it that way. But with the sport... legacy is eternal. Like Muhammad Ali, he's gone. May he rest in peace. But he'll always be remembered because of what he's done.
I mean, he was doing all kinds of things. He was doing things that had nothing to do. He was a fighter in, like, life. Forget the fucking ring. What the guy did outside the ring is really shows you who he was.
Vietnam War, civil rights movement, everything.
Bro.
That guy was a game changer.
And that's why I think there's this love affair with fighters, man. Who are they going to be? And me, I'm starting to think I like watching the young guys that are coming out. That's really like, who's this person going to blossom into? So you're the first fighter in my life that I'm following his fucking career kind of from the beginning. I mean, I missed the first few, but I'm excited, man.
This really is the beginning. Bro, I've only had 4 fights, professional.
Yeah, I know.
4 professional fights. This is nothing.
I only missed 3.
Yeah.
But I caught up with the highlights. I watched the whole first season.
I say he's got the Conor McGregor effect, where Conor McGregor walks out into the arena and everybody becomes Irish. He's got the same thing with the Albanian.
Yeah.
Comes out with that flag, and it's just you feel that pride. You feel the love from the crowd.
What I love about Conor McGregor, and he kind of really made me start paying attention to the UFC again. I have one cousin, though, just for the record. If this shit was out when he first came to America, I swear to God, he'd be the champion right now.
Really?
He's still to this day one of the sickest fighters you'll ever meet in your life. You should meet him, actually. He's an ultimate Greco-Roman wrestler. I'm talking about the best of the best. He beat up 80% of the fucking Bronx. They all know who he is. He disarmed people in seconds, broke their fucking arms with guns. I'm not joking with you. Yikes. He cleaned up Jerome Avenue.
Is he trained? Like, has he trained?
He trained for years and years and years in brutal conditions in communism. The guy was undefeated. He was fucking the sick. He was born to fight, bro.
Wow.
He's nasty. You should meet him, bro.
I'd love to.
He might teach you a move or two that maybe some old school shit that nobody even thinks about. And I'm going to introduce you to him. But he always said, man, if this fucker... Back then, I think in UFC, you made like 30 grand. If you was like, well, I'm going to go break my arms for 30 grand, you know?
Not even probably back then.
But if it was... And I think I had met the Russian guy that had won, and he was working as a fucking bouncer, bro, from the earlier seasons. I forgot his name. It was about the first years. We're talking like early 90s.
93 was the first one.
And this guy was like, yeah, I fought UFC. I was champion. His back hurt. He had like no money, bro.
Wow.
I'm not going to say which place he worked at. I remember exactly what it was. And he was like, no, I was the champion. He was working as a bouncer back then.
That's crazy.
So think about how far the sport has come.
But it also depends on what you do with your money. Like Mike Tyson made more money than Mayweather today.
Facts. But back then, I think the purse money was like 100 G's or something.
It wasn't nothing back
was
then.
it compared to what it is now?
No, for sure.
But
not
speaking of Conor McGregor, who really, I think, you can show you, it doesn't matter how big you are, what weight division, the guy is a fucking giant, man, you know?
He's bigger than the sport.
If you listen to a lot of his talking in this phase of his life, the phase that you're in, where the future is unknown, he talks about how he would vision it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm driving this piece of shit car, but I see myself in the Bentley.
Yeah.
He was visualizing. He was willing it into existence. And that's what they call the law of attraction. I think, I think he definitely believes in that. There's no doubt about it.
He does.
He's like, I would see it before, I would will it in. I would think about it. And he would block this stuff out of his mind. Have you ever read the book, The Secret?
See, of course. I was just going to say, that's the book that got him into that thinking. And because of watching those videos, I went and bought that book. And then that's when my whole way of thinking has changed completely.
Do you see, do you really feel an effect in your life from that book?
100%. I would.
Would you recommend it for everybody to read?
Everyone. I always recommend it to everyone. That's my go-to book. But people they have these misconceptions. They think if they just believe it and say it, it'll happen.
So how do you put it into practice?
You have to just get up and go do what you're gonna do, and that
you have to get on the road towards that path.
Yeah, but
put in the work.
You have to put in the work, and people might say like, "What's the road?" But if you truly believe in it, no matter which way you go, that road will become the road. You pave your own path. So if you put it into existence and you say, no matter what, I'm going to make it, I'm going to do this, I'm going to win this fight, then no matter what's thrown your way or what direction you go in, you'll make it the right way. And that's what I think the law of attraction is. You have to believe it.